Hi kids, welcome along. This is a slightly different format from normal. All will be explained in a second. Now let's talk about comment sections for a moment, if I may. Under every video there is a comment section. If you talk about right-leaning people, conservatives, far-right people, angry troll-like people, you will attract a certain demographic of angry people towards your comment section who will hurl all kinds of abuse at you. Now, I don't know if you've noticed, but I am male. I do not own a vagina. I may have a mangina, but that's for a different day. But I don't have a fanny. So what that means is that I get slightly less abuse than women who have an opinion and are online at the same time. How dare they, eh? But what you can do if you are being heavily trolled, for example, you can turn off your comment section and disable the likes and dislikes, which basically is all trolls exist for. So if they haven't got that to hand, they're kind of redundant at that point, which really pisses them off, which is rather good. I don't do that personally. I have occasionally monitored comments, and I brought back that practice for this video about Paul Joseph Watson called Lie Hard, because I was receiving quite a lot of very long comments about, actually I'm wrong, Muslims are bad, and I'm going to tell you with absolutely no facts why that is the case in this 8,000 word document. So I didn't want my channel's comment section to become some kind of hate preacher, hate speech forum. Basically, it's not Stormfront comment section, it's a YouTube channel comment section. So I decided to tell people that I was going to censor a few comments because I knew that would annoy a lot of trolls, basically. But also I wanted to show why there aren't lots and lots of comments going on my channel. Where have they all gone? I'm sure there are some. They were deleted. But before I deleted them, I screenshotted a few of them. I'm going to show you a few comments that were published, followed by a few comments that were definitely not ever going to make it onto my channel, and see if you can work out why that's the case a little bit later on. If you haven't seen the video, Paul Joseph Watson Lie Hard, you don't have to have seen it to enjoy this particular video about the comments, but I do recommend you go and watch the whole thing if you haven't seen it, because, I made it and I think it's pretty bloody good, to be honest with you. I don't want to sound too humble, but it might be the best thing I've ever made. So if you like, it will be at the end of this video in a link, and it will be linked below as well. It's 50 minutes long, and it deconstructs a 7-minute long video that Paul Joseph Watson made, which is a response video itself to a comedian called Josie Long, who said, get this guys, that she is a bit frightened, a bit worried about far-right terrorism, which is often carried out by white people. Yes, and Paul Joseph Watson basically spends 7 minutes of his video completely dismissing, completely ignoring that threat, and basically at all times saying, actually, Muslims, they're the bad ones. Yeah, Islam is the one you've got to watch out for. And he does that with loads and loads of statistics and data, which is all bullshit. He completely twists loads of things in order to continue his narrative, and he basically talks out of his arse for 7 minutes, and he says so much stuff that is completely wrong that it took me 50 minutes to respond to each piece by piece part of his video. However, it's done in quite a humorous way, and it's quite informative, and I would like you to watch it, please. Okay, so like I say, I informed people in the comment section of that video that I will be monitoring a lot of the comments. So I wrote the following thing just to inform everybody and also to piss off the trolls. First, it says, hello, 12 hours after uploading this video, and the comments are 50% complimentary and constructive and 50% hate-fueled rants. I monitor all comments, and things that are blatantly bigoted or are just full of insults will not make the cut, I'm afraid. The public will never see your ramblings, and I rarely read the entirety of bigoted rants either before deleting them. You're basically shouting into a void. The good news is that you can now add, why do you hate free speech? And, oh god, this is a fucking echo chamber into your tirades, but remember, no one will read them. Note, I've had a few comments that start by going, this is a good video, but, and then there's a never-ending list of reasons why Muslims are bad. Nice try, but these comments won't get approved either. Goodbye. So you can it really states very clearly what I don't want the comment section to become, which is, like I say earlier, some kind of Stormfront forum, for really, really angry racist people. Okay, and it's rather inevitable. The first 2 comments I get under that video, one of them where I say, yeah, don't be insulting, it's just pointless, just try and make a point that will get your video comment approved. The first comment is anti-social media, you sound fat, you cunt. Now, to be fair, he's got a point. I don't know how you can find out someone's fat from just their voice, as my face didn't appear in the video at all. But I have put on about a stone since Christmas. I don't know if you can see the bulge right there. It's work in progress down the gym. When I say work in progress, I've been once a week for about a month. It's quite a lot of work in progress at the moment. But yeah, thanks for just insulting me like that. Nothing to say about the video. It's, you know, okay. The second comment I made addresses what I said in the comments myself. This one says, if you're going to censor comments and not allow constructive dialogue on both sides, you're not doing yourself any favours. If you think that other people are wrong, debate them if you can. Or does freedom of speech only apply if it's on your terms? Dude, what I basically said in my pinned comment tweet, basically what I said in my pinned comment is, yeah, I will allow comments that are constructive, or, you know, you can counter argue me. You can. There are plenty of comments you'll see if you go and click on the video that say stuff like "this is crap" or "this is a shit video" or, you know, "this is rubbish" or whatever. It's not. I'm not censoring all free speech. I'm just saying I will not allow people to preach hatred to a crowd of other people. It's just completely pointless. To put it another way, there's a very famous YouTuber who half of you will absolutely love and half of you will absolutely hate, depending on which way you lean politically. And he once said to me that it's your comment section. It's not someone's blog post. You are allowed to control it if you deem that to be the case. It's quite straightforward. Anyway, here are some published comments just to show you that I'm not an actual devil who wants to take away your ranting and ramblings. The first one says, "Stop the hate! I know you're angry after your big loss, but let it go. Trump will be your leader around for a long time. Embrace it. The stress from 71/2 years of hate will kill you. You might just find that he's not as bad as Soros. Your hug a terrorist bullshit doesn't work. Paul is a god in the US." Now, what this guy has not spotted from the video, which I'm guessing he didn't watch any of, is that I have a British accent. I don't show my face in the video, but I definitely have a British accent. And he's not picked up on that, as he thinks that I am American and I'm angry about Trump, which I don't think I mentioned at all in the video. Nice work there, mate. Approved comment. Second approved comment. "You're not very bright. Are you?" No question mark. "You also appear to have no balls." Well, again, another astute member of society who can judge just from a voice, a not very high-pitched voice, that I have no testicles. And I'm pleased to tell you, you are correct. Alright, should have told him he was wrong in a funny way, but I don't actually have any testicles. It's been something that's really weighed on my mind. Well, not really weighed, there's no weight at all there, but the day I lost them, I was fucking your mum so hard that I basically drained them to death, and I had no need for them anymore. And now here is a selection of unpublished comments which you may be able to see why they weren't allowed on the internet. "Some religions are better than others. Islam should have a nuke dropped on all supporters of Islam. Actually, have multiple of them get the rats out of their holes. Islam is worse than far-right racism, or what we call it, giving facts that actually don't repeat stupid chants." What does that mean? And the end got me dead. He's not saying, no apostrophe, he's not saying all Muslims are bad. Those were Islamic terrorists that deserved to die, and when they died, they took the lives of innocent Westerners. Do you really think Islam is good? Because if you do, go read the Quran. They want to kill us and enslave us. That was their goal since the medieval ages. But you know, you could always look at Pakistan, Afghanistan, Iraq, Sweden, France, England, Syria, and see how the people there are doing. You can't smoke, drink alcohol. You're women. And children are taken away. Your women would be raped, then stoned to death, and your children will probably also be raped and brainwashed to help fight with Islam, where they are taught how to kill you in every way they can. From suicide to IEDs, unnecessary apostrophe there, ambushes. Yeah, have fun, libtards, because if you try to even shout or protest, you would be gunned down in the street, and if you're gay, you would be thrown off a building or shot. If you want to know where I got my facts from, I got them from Executions for Allah as their necks were being slit. I watched videos of 9/11. I don't even know who this poor guy is, but thanks for intruding me to him, because he actually knows what's wrong with the world. You're just another stupid liberal defending another even stupider liberal who can't even explain what they're talking about without crying about how people are treated unfairly, or you need a safe space. Get triggered! It's wall-to-wall logic with that comment there. So for a light-hearted break from the madness, here's a unpublished comment from someone else. Paul Joseph Watson, you are totally right, mate, comma. How fucking stupid must the guy who made, full stop, Lie Hard Feel think he needs a recount on his British terror attacks? I do need a recount. What is a terror attack, first of all, and how many have there been? They sound terrifying, or terrifying, I guess. Another comment says, yes, but the dozy cow did say she fears the right-wing terrorists more than Islamic ones, ... I wonder if the London victims in the last terrorist attacks will agree, ... Oh, she can't, they are dead, ... Dumb prick, ... What you're saying is because we only had a few killed in the grand scale of things, we are lucky, ... You're right, why not send your family to a terrorist hotspot, ... If they get killed, it will be an acceptable loss, says. Another comment. Yeah, well, who says what's, quote, official and what's not? Is that okay for you? Mainstream media, lol, question everything, folks, especially disinformation crap like this video. This asshat, probably a paid CIA troll, is trying to downplay the £800. Look, I told you I've put on weight, but it's not £800, you fucking bastard, okay? Oh, sorry, he's just put a full stop there for no reason. He's trying to downplay the £800 gorilla fact that Islamic religion is attempting to conquer all nations, especially the ones with Christian populations. Especially the ones with Christian populations. Syria was 23% Christian, but only, full stop, 1% were allowed into USA under Obama. What has that got to do with anything? I mean, why have you... Muslims and jihads, apostrophe, all read the same holy book, the Quran. It is indeed a holy book. No need to put quotation marks there. Know any nice Muslims? One or two? Yeah, quite a few actually. Drop in on a service at a mosque. Any mosque! And listen to what they're gearing up for. Conquering us! I mean, you've learnt Arabic to find out all of this information. That is very impressive. You're going to mosques, you're sitting there with your knees on the floor like that, and you're listening to people saying things in a language that isn't your primary language, and they're saying lots of horrible things, aren't they? Thank God you're on the beat, my friend. Thank God. The final commenter has left two comments. The first one, well, I'm not going to say anything about it yet, but you'll see why it's included in a second. And then he follows it up with another comment after he notices that his original comment, a few days later, he's come back and noticed his original comment is not there. So he complains by leaving a comment on something that someone else has said, but it's directed towards me. Anyway, his comment says, Muslim isn't a race, you fucking idiot. It's a horrible idea. A horrible idea that has no business in the West. That's what Paul would say. I, on the other hand, think Paul is way too soft. Ethnic European countries have to stay ethnic European. or they will fail. That is why every day more and more ethnic Europeans are waking up to white nationalism. And when there's enough of us, we're not coming for the Muslims first, not even the Jews. We're coming for the traitors like you. That's right, bitch, you're going to get it first. Now, does that to anybody else appear to be a veiled death threat by any chance? Sorry, I'm not going to use the word veiled in front of someone who's that bigoted, because it will offend them further, won't it? I mean, this is the type of person who goes to a wedding and sees the bride walk down the aisle and gets really annoyed. He's like, lift that fucking thing up over your face, you fucking... you know? But seriously, is it a death threat? Kinda, yeah. Anyway, later he leaves another comment. Like I say, you notice it's not there a few days later. And he says, hey, faggot, approve these nuts, you're commie nigger faggot. And that's really hard to argue against, isn't it, boys and girls? So there you go. That's what happens when you talk about a far-right nutjob on YouTube. You get a few mental people being a mental in your comments section. So don't feel too bad about deleting comments if you ever are in that position. I'd like to thank everybody on your screen right now. These are people who have given me money to make videos like this via Patreon, which is a monthly payment of a couple of dollars out of their bank account each month. Thank you very much to those people. Or they've given me money, one-off payment on PayPal. For example, the last video, the Paul Joseph Watson one, I sort of made a mistake in it where I used some copyrighted music by accident, thinking it wasn't copyrighted, and therefore the video was not monetized, which means I missed out on 3,000 views. That's about $4.50, making it totally worth my time. So what happened was I got my Patreon payment and someone donated $10 via PayPal. So I made more money that way than I would through YouTube, which is a terrible business. So if you've enjoyed this video or the Paul Joseph Watson one or anything else I've made and you think, well, that's worth $1, send me $1, please. All the links are below and at the end of the video too. I love everybody on this list. They are the most sexiest people in the world. Certainly sexier than you, unless, of course, you give me some of your money. Does that work? I'm not sure it does. So, yeah, once again, thank you very much to the people on the screen right now. You are wonderful people. I'll read your names out in full in the next video, next proper project, as it were. This is just a filler video for now, really. I'm working on a couple of things, including one video that features quite a lot of Marvel superheroes, and also lots of people screaming and shouting at them for no reason whatsoever. So that'll be quite fun, hopefully. And I'll see you hopefully in a few days, maybe a week at the most. Until next time, laters, betas.